Here we have two problems with activity-based costing. One, a very simple problem, holiday favorites, and the other one, a more complex problem. Now, to begin with, Holiday Favors manufactures a wide variety of holiday and seasonal decorative items. Holiday's activity-based costing system has these four pools: purchasing, storing, machining, supervision. And they've already given you the cost driver, 300 and the amount to be allocated, $3.40 per order, $2 per square feet, $100 per machine hour, $4 per labor hour. Now, this one project called the Haunted House Project involved 3 purchase orders, 4,000 square feet per day, 60 machine hours, and 30 direct labor hours. So those are the activities that were consumed by the Haunted House Project. Now, there's also other costs, the direct materials and the direct labor. So keep in mind there's 3 cost elements: direct material, direct labor, and overhead. Now, activity-based costing relates to the overhead. These costs here are direct, so we know, we can trace them and we can measure them. We know them exactly. The overhead costs are indirect, so they have to be assigned. And how we're going to assign them is based on the activity consumed in the production of the project. Now, let's take care of the direct costs first. So, direct materials, $17,000, and the direct labor, 30 hours at $30 per hour, $900. Now, the 3 cost elements: direct material, $17,000, direct labor, $900. Factory overhead, there were 3 purchase orders at $3.40 an order, so there you have that. 4,000 square feet at $2 a foot. Machining, 60 times 100. Supervision, 30 times 4. These were the activities here and the square footage. And so these costs are assigned to this product. So of the overhead costs, total $15,140. These are all assigned based on the activity that this project consumed. And so we have the total cost of $33,040. Now, the next problem is a little more involved. Here we have Hennessy Inc. They have 5 activity pools and 2 products: a budget tape rewinder and a deluxe tape rewinder. Now, they've already said, okay, here are your cost driver: orders, setups, machine hours, parts, inspections. Here's what we estimate the annual overhead to be. Keep in mind this is annual overhead. $120,000 in ordering and receiving. $297,000 for the number of times we have to do machine setups. And the machining hours, $1,500,000. Assembly, the parts, $1,200,000. And there's going to be $300,000 inspections. So that's the activity for the whole year. And we expect that budget would consume 600 purchasing orders and deluxe 400, and so on. This is the consumption of the activities that will be consumed by the 2 products. Now, first of all, you have to determine the overhead rate for each activity. So the first activity, ordering and receiving, estimated overhead $120,000. But here you have to take the total activity, which is $1,000. 600 plus 400. The total activity for machine setup, 900, and so on. So what you would have then is simply this: the pools, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the estimated overhead, which is given, and the total number of hours. The number of setups, the total number of activity, and that too is estimated for the year. The overhead's estimated and the activity's estimated, and we come up with an estimated overhead rate, which we are going to assign to each of the products at $120 per order, $3.30 per setup, $6 machine hour, 60 cents a part for every part put in either one of them, and 3. So we go back now and we look at the activity consumed. 600 by budget, 400 by deluxe, 500 by budget, 400 by deluxe, and so on, and we assign them. So budget, now we have the pools. The cost driver, 600, 120 a cost driver, the amount signed, 72,000. For deluxe, the cost driver, they consume 400 of the activity, the same rate, 120, they're assigned this. Machining, cost driver, they consumed 150,000 hours at $6 an hour, 900. Cost driver for deluxe consumed less hours, so it's going to be assigned less. And again, the assembly budget 1.2, cost drivers at 60 cents, cost driver for deluxe 800,000, and so on. So this is just the overhead, not direct material and direct labor, just the overhead is assigned based on activity. So the total amount of activities consumed by budget is 2,022,000, and they produce 70,000 units for the year. So therefore, they're going to assign for every unit produced, budget unit produced, each unit is going to pick up $2.89 as its overhead cost assigned. And for deluxe, the total amount of overhead for all products produced, 1,395,000, 200,000 products produced, and so therefore each product is going to pick up $6.98 in overhead. That's assigned to them based on their consumption of the activities that comprise the factory overhead costs. And there's a demonstration of activity-based costing. You get the overhead rate, and then you'll apply it based on the activity consumed by each product.